School isn't one size fits all, even if we act like it is. Here's the truth. There are 3 types of school, and each works best for different teachers, leaders, parents, and students. We call these 3 types of school expert, coach, and counselor. So why do we need these 3 new terms in education, expert, coach, and counselor? Well, to identify what is already shaping our schools, yet remains unnamed. The 3 types name the 3 ways a school can serve a student. Schools either serve students as their expert, coach, or counselor. A school's type determines how it runs, how teachers teach, how leaders lead, and how students learn. Each of the 3 types has its own culture and way of organizing. And when a school leans into one type and does it well, things click. When we unintentionally mix types, we waste time, resources, and the personal investment of those involved. So what are the key differences between the expert, coach, and counselor approaches to school? At their core, it is the difference of autonomy versus collaboration versus negotiation. Which drives the teaching practices in your school? Autonomy to use professional discernment, the expert, collaboration and a unified school approach for the coach, or negotiating learning with each student, the counselor. This is the core, the DNA of a school. All other decisions come after this choice. In order to support either autonomy, collaboration, or negotiation, the organization, its culture, and the practices of the school take one of these 3 shapes, either the expert's pyramid, the coach's star, or the counselor's circle. In expert schools, there's a clear hierarchy with distinct levels of responsibility. Decisions come from the top, so teachers have autonomy in their classrooms. Leaders lead the school, teachers lead their classrooms. In coach schools, there's a layered hierarchy with various levels of responsibility. Decisions are shared across these levels, though some roles hold more sway than others. Teachers collaborate, working horizontally and vertically across the school for a coherent, school-wide approach. Leaders and staff decide for the school, staff decide for the classrooms. And counselor schools. Here we see a flattened hierarchy with processes for shared responsibility. Every voice matters equally. Staff, students, and parents reach consensus together through negotiation. Students and teachers in the classroom co-create learning experiences. So the community decides for the school, students and teachers decide for the classroom. So which type is best? Well, there's no universal answer. It depends on your context. Any type can succeed or fail. What actually matters most is matching your school's approach to its community and doing it well. Each type can be done well, poorly, or somewhere in between. Typically, when we think of types of school, we think of types of pedagogy, like Montessori, Waldorf, or the International Baccalaureate schools. But what's actually more important is to see that any type, expert, coach, or counselor, can carry out any type of pedagogy. So pedagogy isn't the defining factor of a school. It's the type implementing it that is. So why does this matter to you? Well, because each of us lean towards one of the 3 types. For those working in education, when we're doing our type well, that's when we feel we're making a difference and contributing meaningfully. When our school, or others, don't align with our type and its values, we mistake different for wrong, instead of seeing them trying to do another type well. You likely notice that you have a preference for one type and an aversion to the other 2. So, know your type, then do it well, and avoid being the right person in the wrong place. Teachers, know your type, expert, coach, or counselor. Align with a school that matches your type or is developing that type to fit its context. And if alignment isn't possible, identify the compromises you're willing to make in a school that's supporting a different type. School leaders, similar, but lead the conversation. Which type is the best fit for your school's context? Align the organization's practices, environments, and cultures with it, and find the people who are already in alignment with that type. Parents, notice which type you prefer or have an aversion to, but still navigate to find a school type that fits your child's needs best. Make sense of your kid's school by seeing its type in action and identify whether it's a functioning or dysfunctional version of that type. And students, find out which one you learn best from. Do you learn best with an expert, coach, or counselor approach? And to the degree that you can, work with those around you to find a match when possible. Alignment is the secret to thriving schools, staff, and students. When schools embrace one type and do it well, things flow. When a school unintentionally blends all three types, everyone's partially dissatisfied as none of the types is being done well. Let's name what is already shaping our schools and work with it rather than being unable to address it and still facing the challenges it presents. So thanks for watching. Share your thoughts below. What type resonates with you? Which one do you have an allergy to? Are you aligned with your school? Let's keep this conversation going. I will actually reply to the comments. I'm eager to discuss this with people. Subscribe for weekly updates and tools to help make education make more sense.